everybody, it's your girl Creative K here with another delicious meal. Come with me as you see me make chicken stuffed dumplings with mashed potatoes. And I'll tell you a little story about twins. So, as you guys can see, these are the ingredients. Follow along in the video, but listen up to what I have to tell you. So, I found out I was pregnant with the twins at a very, very difficult time in my life, okay? Transparency, I was not going to continue to be married to my husband. Things had been so bad, and I was like, I'm out of this joint. I'm leaving you, right? I happened to be at my in-laws' house, and I took a pregnancy test, and I came down, and I found out I was pregnant. I was infuriated, upset, and told my husband, you know, the Lord loves you, because I was not going to be here. So, you know, I'm pregnant, dealing with this all this time, and just, you know, like, okay, cool. I'll have my first ultrasound. So when you're early along, you have an ultrasound. They use the ultrasound stick, right? And they'll do the stick insertion. So being at the doctor's with my husband and my kids, we're going for the first visit. Being at the doctor's office, they were, you know, preparing. The tech was doing the insertion, right? So she puts a little condom on there, some lubrication, okay? And she sticks it inside, and she's like, oh, you're further along than what we thought. And I was like, oh, for real? Okay, she said, I'll just do it on that side. And I was like, okay, cool. So she cleans that off, and she goes and gets the ultrasound thing. I can't even think what it is, y'all. But she puts the goop on my stomach, and she begins to check my belly. And she's looking, and she was like, oh, yeah, wow, that's really cool or whatever. She was like, yeah, you're definitely further along. And she was like, and it looks like you have 2 babies on the inside. I told her, ma'am, I know you can't be telling the truth. I know you got to be lying. There's not 2 babies in my stomach. She was like, no, here we are, baby A, and here's baby B. And I was thinking to myself, what am I going to do raising 2 more kids? I already got 4. And baby, it's a struggle, but I'm about to have 2 babies. Yeah. So I get all cleaned up and dressed up and, you know, getting ready. And I go out there to my husband, and I take one paper to show him. And I showed him the ultrasound, and he's looking, and he's looking at it, and he was really excited, got all these pictures. And then he looks at it, and it says twin A. He looks up and he said twin A. And I pull out from the back the other set of ultrasound sheets and said, yes, here, you're having twins, guy. And his face was priceless. I know I took a picture of it, but I cannot find it. Over the years, I have not been able to find that picture of my husband in his face when he realized that we were having twins. Priceless. The kids were there. They were excited. But I guess Serenity said that she wasn't initially at first because she was mad that I was having another baby. Now, Serenity is my oldest. And apparently she felt some way about me having another baby. My mama used to tell my husband to stop looking at me because every time he looked at me, I would be pregnant. So I was, you know, very fertile, right? I was very, very fertile. We thank God for deliverance, you know, in that way. But that's how we, you know, found out that we were having twins. And, you know, they were both born premature at I was born at 25 weeks, 6 days. And they spent a few months in NICU. They were born with a few defects. But we thank God that he's a God of restoration, right? So he has restored them. Essence does not have, any more heart issues. She was about 5 or 6 when her heart fused together. Dream does have a few things that we still yearly have to visit with her. Surgery, you know, she does have eating issues, and God delivered her with her hearing. We praise God about that. But she does still have to have certain surgeries in order to create a palate, like a jaw at the top of her mouth. So she'll be having surgery soon. But the story of my twins is a blessing, right? They came at couldn't be a more perfect time in my life. Even though it didn't seem like it to me, my little ones have been a sense of perseverance, right? They, died at the hospital, right? They had to be, CPR had to be performed on them several times while they were in the NICU. But I thank God that God decided that they were worth living. They have purpose, and they have really kind of infused our family together. I lost my mother, and they didn't quite understand everything, but now as they get older, they realize, and remember, they remember about her. They were little, but they still remember her a lot. I keep photos and pictures of her quite often. So the twins are a true miracle. And I'm not sure if you've experienced loss. Journey came right after I had lost the baby. But God decided He was going to even give me a double portion for even that, right? A triple portion, let's say. And the twins, they are interesting little kids, okay? But they're definitely stitched into every part of who I am. And I really just thank God for being so good to my family. This road hasn't been easy, right? And I did not understand why God, gave me 2 more people that I had to take care of. But I don't have to, right? That's God. God does all of this. And so I can't do anything but just thank Him for being so amazing to us. And our 2 Twinkies have just brightened our life. So I just thank God for everything that He does. Continue to follow me as I'm on this journey. And the recipe will be in the caption box, guys. It was absolutely delicious. Taste testing, it was super hot, but it was absolutely good. And my mom used to make dumplings all the time. So I'm grateful. You guys have an amazing day. Don't forget to follow me.